This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this 2003 H2. It is like I said, it's a 2003 H2. It has 22,900 miles on it. I think I just saw when I moved it that it's got 23,000 now. It was a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company in El Paso. When it showed up, it was covered in dust, just like sitting dust, so it's been sitting for a long time. When they get here, we do about a 2-hour inspection where we take the wheels off, do measurements, find out what's wrong, fix what needs to be fixed, tell you what's not fixed that needs to be fixed, tell you what's right and what's wrong. If we do everything perfectly and honestly, the right vehicle will always find the right person. There's plenty of money on the internet to tell the truth. So that's what we do. So I got my little list of what's happened to this vehicle since it got here. It got a new sunroof motor. It actually went through 2 brand new sunroof motors. I will tell you more about that when we go on a ride. It got an oil change, air filter, a new battery. All 4 brake pads are new. It got a new windshield, interior dome lights new. The tailgate handle, rear tailgate handle is new. As you'll see in there's like 4 before pictures that we show you as it was sold to us, so you know what it looked like before we actually took possession of it. And you'll see that the rear tailgate handle is how they broke into the vehicle. It was smashed, so we had to buy a new one, and they're expensive. So are the sunroof motors. They're $590, and the tailgate handle was $270. It's got a beautiful set of all-terrain tires on it. Cosmetically, on the exterior, it's got a really light, I call it like a hair scratch on the driver door, which a steady hand in the right white would make about 99% go away. Other than that, the exterior of this thing is sweet. It's really nice. The interior has the typical Tahoe, Denali, Sierra plastic trim that if you rub up against it, the paint flicks off. I'll show you that in a second. The seats show great wear. Oh, I gotta unlock the door, don't I? The seats show great wear on them, but that silver trim on these things is crazy. Most people just put a like aftermarket accessory package, like the stickers on it, or they actually take the trim off and hand paint them to get some nice spray paint and paint them, whatever. That's what I would do. I wouldn't, as clean as this thing is, and as low miles as it is, that trim could use about an hour of attention. Let me see this right here? Really light, you can barely feel it. May even buff out if it got a better detail than it got. See, you can see that right there. A couple remotes. This is what I'm talking about when you get your fingernail near that, it does that. On this side, the driver didn't rub up against the plastic, but on this side, the passenger did, and like around the radio it does that. But any place where you don't touch very often, that stuff stays fine. Alright, so I'm going to open up the hood. I'm going to show you under the hood real quick. There's under the hood. It does have a new battery, new windshield, new air intake gasket. I forgot to say that. When it came in, it had a check engine light on and it ran perfectly. So the scan showed a lean code, which means there was an air leak. So there's a little crack right here too. So it needed an air intake gasket. So we did the air intake gasket, and now it's fine. It's like a $21 gasket, and about an hour of labor. Not a big deal, but it got done. There's your passenger front window. There's your heated seats. Door locks. Let's see. Seat forward, seat back. Whole seat back. Whole seat forward. Seat up. Seat down. Got lumbar support. That's in. It's going down. And that's the lumbar pumping up. Nothing in the glove box. Carpet. Things like the door, the handles in here, the center console, the seats look great. This stuff, anywhere where you rub your hands or your fingers or your legs against, gets like that. It's crazy. It does have OnStar. They didn't steal the OnStar antenna or the XM radio antenna, but it doesn't have a radio. We don't do radios anymore because every time we do, somebody calls us and says, "Do you want the radio from it? We just went to Best Buy and bought a new MP3, blah, blah, blah." So we're done with that. We spent a fortune on radios that end up in people's garages on the floor. And these weren't that great radio either. So there's a heated seat on the driver's side in the rear. And that's the rear passenger seat. Like I said, these seats are really nice right now. They're in really good shape. Ah, crud. There we go. It's all right. Let's see. There's your driver rear window. Probably had an aftermarket radio in it with these tweets on the doors. Nice. Look at that headliner. It looks like it's never had anyone in this car. Headliners and back seats tell a lot. All right, let's see. There's your heated seats. There you go. Door locks. There you go. All right, let's see what else. Driver's seat forward, back, whole seat back, whole seat forward, down, up. Let's do some windows. Let's see. There's your driver window, passenger window, passenger rear window, driver rear window, two mirrors, out, in, down, up, other side, out, in, up, down. Okay? Like I said, door locks. Let me turn the heated seat off. I don't think he's going to appreciate the heated seat when he comes in here to drive it for me. Let's see. Looks like there was a little tear right here from about here to here that our repair guy patched. You can kind of see it. I guess it starts like right there actually. Looks like somebody made the seam, probably tore the seam right there. But boy, these seats are in great shape overall. Really good. Tilt wheel. Sorry about that. There's your tilt wheel. All right, I'm gonna have somebody come out here and drive it for me, and he will explain the moonroof that we've done. We had two sunroof motors brought in because we have two Hummers with the same problem. So apparently, this is something they do, and because it's an 03 and 04, which is the only year for that window motor, the motors that are sitting on shelves at GM are old. So what I first want to do, let's see, there's the tow haul on and off right there. That's this button right here. All right, and then we have traction control there. Where does that show up? The dash? Oh, it's just the button here, huh? There's that. All right, and then let's see, let's turn that off there. All right, we got, there's your air all the way up. Good. We'll go down. Let's see, we'll change the temperature. That works fine. Temperature on that side, that's fine. All right, now the moonroof. Like I said, this is our second moonroof motor, and they both do the same thing. So I'm sure that our 113,000 mile version is going to do the same damn thing as this one. Apparently, they've got really old, brand new motors sitting on the shelves, and that's what you get. So you open it all the way up, and it may or may not, there it goes, like that. You have to give it a little assist forward. It's nothing with the track, it's nothing with the motor, it's just, that is a Hummer. Want to try four-wheel drive? There you go.
4 high forward.
I think one thing, the air doesn't suck. I like the air in here. For about 900 miles. For about 900, what, for 20,900 miles or whatever, 22,900. I don't think they can be much cleaner than this, really. Considering it's been sitting in some insurance yard for quite a while.
4 low reverse.
That's 4 low reverse. 4 high and low work fine. That's definitely 4 low. All right, now you're gonna go back to there. All right, let's go driving. This thing's on a clear title. Okay, so if you come to Tucson to drive it home, all you're gonna pay is dock fee and taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson plus whatever your state tax rate is. Our Alaska friends come down here, fly down here all the time. They pay 0% in Alaska, so they come down here and pay 2% tax, $250 dock fee. If your tax rate is 3%, you're gonna pay 5% tax and $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship, all you're gonna pay is the agreed upon price, and that's it. You deal with your motor vehicles and your taxes when it gets there. Once we receive full payment by wire, we will notarize the title, scan it into your online file, along with the envelope scanned in that we sent it to you in. You'll have copies of the title from the insurance company that we bought it on. Everything that we could know, you will know. We're not keeping anything back. This thing will find the right person. If there's nothing left out here, we know everything about this thing. You know, please do your research and know what you're doing. This is clearly a problem with these guys. Okay, so you do have to give it a bump forward, and I don't think that's ever going to be fixable. We seem to have moonroof trouble with every H2 we ever had. Let's see, what else? Deposit. Please get your deposit. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. We'll put your name in a banner over the H2 at wheelkinetics.com. Until then, it's for sale. We won't hold it unless we have a deposit. Okay? I'm going to shut up and let him drive a little bit here. See, well, this thing doesn't rattle like most of them do. Of course, it's got 23,000 miles, huh? I guess at 23,000 miles, it better not, huh? Right. Let's see. Once you get your deposit in, it's yours. What else do I have to say? Oh, the last thing I say this on every vehicle, whether it's my brother's M3, a $60,000 car, or whether it's this one, or whether it's, you know, the $3,000 or $8,000 or whatever car we have out there. They're out of warranty. If the GM designers, if the engineers could give it a 200,000 mile, 20-year warranty, they would have sold it for $100,000. They can't, okay, because they don't know what's going to happen to it. If they don't know, there's zero chance I know more than a guy who designed the vehicle and actually built it. So I do not know what's going to happen to it tomorrow or next week. I can tell you what we've done to it. I can tell you what we know about it. I can fully disclose everything. It's a good looking rig. It's got a light scratch on the driver's side doors. We did an air intake gasket. We did an intake gasket. We did a battery, a windshield, brake pads, oil change, and an air filter. 2 moonroof motors, didn't care what it was doing originally. It's the same thing as it was doing with the used one in it, okay? Needs a radio. That's what I know. So if you need a deadlock cinch, if you need to know for sure that nothing's going to happen to it, it's not going to blow up a transmission, or the windshield wipers are going to stop working, or a mirror is going to break, then you have to go buy a brand new one, and I don't think they make them anymore, do they? No. Okay, so you have to buy a used one, and then you're probably going to be the same thing, so you need to buy something other than a Hummer. That's what I'm getting at, okay? If you're willing to take on some risk, this would be a heck of a risk. I mean, you're not going to find this low a mile Hummer that's in this condition pretty much anywhere. This would be a pretty good shot, but again, there's risk involved in buying used toasters or used lazy boy recliners or used anything. So if you're risk averse, don't buy used. If you can appreciate the value and the money you're saving here and realize you may have to spend some of it sooner or later, maybe tomorrow or maybe 5 years from now, then this is your car, okay? That is my reality check at the end of every video. Other than that, it's usually I'm used to these things rattling and snapping and making all kinds of noise, but of course we haven't had a 23,000 mile one, so this one doesn't do it. This is a nice rig with great tires, and that's it. Thank you.